From the Woodshed, a casual conversation with Chase Morrill and Ryan Eldridge of Kennebec Cabin Company, the team that inspired the hit show Maine Cabin Masters. From the Woodshed is brought to you by Nelma. See the stamp? Trust the quality. By Hammond Lumber, your building project partner. By Kennebec Savings Bank, helping our local community save, thrive, and grow for over 150 years. And by Hero Media Network, connecting small business with new customers. Now, from the Woodshed Studios in Manchester, Maine, it's Chase and Ryan.
From the Woodshed, I'm Chase Morrill. With me, as always, Ryan Eldridge, Maggie Morrill.
Hi.
We're here to talk about all things Maine, all things cabins, all things Maine cabin related. Our guest today is Dan McCarron from Lakepoint Realty. You can find out more information about us at KennebecCabinCompany.com, MaineCabinMasters.com, Facebook, Instagram, Kennebec Cabin Company YouTube channel, or check out our online store at shop.KennebecCabinCompany.com. This wouldn't be possible without our sponsors, so we want to thank Nelma, Northeast Lumber Manufacturing Association, Hero Media Network, connecting small business with new customers, Hammond Lumber Company, the official building materials supplier of Kennebec Cabin Company, and Kennebec Savings Bank, helping our local community save, thrive, and grow for over 150 years.
Just figuring out how we could tie all our sponsors together. So we'll do a project, and Kennebec Savings would finance it, and we'd buy our Eastern White Pine from Hammond Lumber Company, and then Hero Media Network would film it all.
And Nelma certifies the lumber that Hammond sells, so...
And then our guest tonight can sell it on his website. Perfect. Tying everything in together. Get it done.
Get it done.
Yeah, Dan's, started working with Dan a lot this year because, as the show's gotten more popular, everyone's inundating us for real estate, cabins, rentals, and we're not realtors.
No.
But you're starting to build a little realty empire slowly.
But nothing to do with selling or anything like that. That's a whole different market that I definitely leave to the professionals.
Yeah, exactly. And he's a professional.
Yeah, and things are, busy, crazy all over right now, so it'll be good to get some tips from him, advice, and, let everybody know what they need to do to purchase their own slice of Maine.
Little chunk, little piece.
Slice. Whatever, however big of a slice of the pie,
a little bit.
It works for him.
Can't you buy an inch in England to get it to become a lord or something?
What?
You can buy a little piece of land to become a lord or a knight or something for a title. There's all these funny things like that. I was hearing the other day you can buy a share in the Green Bay Packers, say you own it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You have one?
No.
You want one?
I love the Packers.
Yeah. Do you know
I got to put this in my phone for Christmas presents.
Do you know why she loves the Packers?
The colors.
Nope.
Why?
Because Harry Styles.
Oh, God, no thanks. Put that away.
And yeah, they're the only team that's owned by the fans.
That is true. Maybe we can get you something someday. But Harry, come on. Harry should like a better team
I
than
don't
that.
actually like the Pack. I don't like football.
Just buy one of those cheeseheads.
Please don't.
I actually saw Harry Styles.
I don't like football.
I saw a picture from his October 30th concert at Madison Square Garden. He was dressed like Raggedy Ann, maybe?
Dorothy.
Oh, close.
Yep.
He was into it, having fun.
Yep.
Sold out.
He has a new line of cosmetics that have just been dropped.
That guy is killing it.
I know.
Man medics. Are they for men or women?
Anyone.
I'm in.
And he's got that market nailed
Have you tried
down.
them?
I bought them.
She pre-ordered.
That's where all your executive producer money's going. How are the hair products? Can they do anything for my problems?
It's nail polish. It's like a face gel and that moisturizer thing, and then an eye and lip oil.
Yeah, nothing's gonna work on me. I do believe in that stuff though. It's such a huge industry and it works. So Ashley,
what stuff?
Just products And just because Ashley bought this thing, okay, it's called the New Tone, and she literally zaps her face. If you touch it and don't put the stuff on, you shock the hell out of yourself. And I made fun of her. And
what are you talking?
She has this face zapper called. It's like a skincare thing.
But if you put something on, it doesn't zap you.
When I shock you to revive you, if you don't put that stuff on, it's gonna zap the hell out of you.
Weird.
It's high tech.
Facials like that, you can go to a salon or whatever.
But once again, I'm eating crow because I made fun of her all summer long, and then all summer, long, your face looks great. What are you doing? And then 4 of her friends are on bottom. Yeah.
Never heard of such a thing.
That stuff works. What I'm saying. Maybe we should get into that, right?
Yeah.
Beauty products.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Please don't.
Like you said, we'll stick to what we know.
Hair gel and beard oil.
Harry, try this. I can't believe the holidays are coming up. It doesn't feel like it. We've had quite a fall. It's been beautiful.
Next.
Gross.
Do you even feel like we should be like ready for skiing? Like,
I hate it.
I know.
Thunder River's first day today, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is.
I often tell myself like, oh man, if it's just snowed up above Route 2, I'd be great. But I kind of miss the snow. Like, unless it's gonna be nice out. Like,
I want it to snow right now.
I'm fine with keeping it in the mountains. And man, driving over the hill this morning, Mount Washington is
glowing.
White. White.
yeah, I guess you had to get the snowcat out the other day to get up there.
No.
Wow.
If it's as soon as snow, then we don't have to do dry land, and then I can ski.
Fair enough.
It's coming because it'll come like that.
Yep, it will.
We'll be ripping it up at Saddleback.
Yep, we will.
I have a bunch of races up there.
You do?
I think like 2 or 3. That's maybe the first one.
Don't know.
I don't know.
I'll never
I
forget
like
just
skipping.
cruise along and then thinking I'm cool, and then the nieces go flying by me now. Like, can't keep up with them.
Yeah,
Times change.
Nori's going to be on the team.
Nor be a good. Both you guys are pretty fast.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. It's exciting times.
Ron's
Good
gonna
times,
have
huh?
his thing cut out for him. It's gonna.
What was that?
I don't know.
Ron's gonna have a lot to work on this year.
Oh.
It's a building year. It's a building
Yeah.
year.
Nothing wrong with that. We're
Yeah.
always building, right?
That's right.
Not a bad thing. Yeah, so what else going on, Maggie? Anything exciting?
No.
Nothing?
Was that a trick? Am I supposed to have an answer for that?
No, just asking. We're just shooting the shit.
No,
That's
I
what-
don't think so. I
We have a
don't
new
think so.
family member.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
I shouldn't call it a family member.
Nope.
Your grandma has cats. Wendy has cats. Right?
We inherited a pig.
Pig. That's short term, right?
Yeah, that is a short term.
I'm not supportive of this decision, but whatever.
Your
I
dad-
don't have an opinion in this, clearly.
Well, but your dad, in his defense, reused some stuff that he picked, right?
Yeah, all
You
that.
used some cool. Do you have any pictures of it? Can we put some up on the website?
I can get some.
So the Colby stuff that we salvaged, some really cool rails,
Heavy duty metal rails.
are now a pig pen,
Now a pig pen.
and I guarantee someday they're on somebody's camp.
Yeah.
It'll be awesome.
Yeah.
But I'd love to see a picture of that. Oh! So at our dinner the other night, I met the owner of Primo Restaurant. Primo's like one of the best restaurants in the state. She is farm to table. She has all her gardens around. She's having problems with her pigs, and she knows about the show. And I said, well, my brother-in-law is doing a what would be the first one? Just a mock-up one. So I'll see how it goes, and she's interested. So
Okay.
Vanessa's going to set you up.
I've got more of that at Railing.
That's what I said. Imagine that. Go from
Colby
Wayne,
College to a pig pen.
yeah, to like the fine restaurants on the coast of Maine.
Yeah.
It's a wild ride we're on.
It sure is.
All right, well, speaking about pigs, I'm getting hungry. But before we talk to Dan, let's check out this video today of Tim Christensen. He's a porcelain artist, and it's created by our good friends at the Hero Media Network. So we'll watch this, we'll talk to Dan, and we'll eat some food.
Eat some bacon.
Craft has given me voice. Sgraffito predates written language, and it was developed at a time when the world needed to record information, adapting to the seemingly limitless concept of culture. Today, we need craft more than ever to maintain our connection to the earth and to bridge our cultural, language, geographical, and technological divides. It's a great honor to create functional work that's used in the most foundational experiences. For me, it's also a responsibility to judge my work not only on its craftsmanship, but also on its content. I'm responsible for what I say with my sgraffito for its lifetime. Porcelain lasts as long as quartz. The information I scribe into it will persist until my work is ground under a glacier or melted in a volcano. Using nothing but a stick, a nail, and some mud, I'm able to speak over millennia. I can say everything I need to say using craft.
It's one studio I'm going to stay out of. Ryan and porcelain don't mix.
Ryan in the China shop. And we are back with Dan McCarron from Lakepoint Realty. How you doing today, Dan?
Good, guys. Thanks for having me.
Nice to see you again.
I will say that your 2 weeks behind me was Craig and Fred.
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to be as compelling as they were, or as cute as Fred, but I'll try and provide some good content for you.
That's all we asked. That's all we asked.
That was a really good show. That was inspiring.
Yeah, I've heard that several times. So what a story.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Now, do you have any pets?
I do. I have a dog, Bella, and when I saw Fred, Bella looks exactly like Fred, the head anyway. Yeah. I grabbed my daughter. I said, "You got to see this dog." So we sat down as a family and watched it. It was good.
Nice.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Well, Chase got an important question for you first.
Okay.
Water, coffee, or beer?
Beer, please.
Well, okay. There could be a curveball on you. It's been a crazy week, so listen, we kind of just cleaned out the fridge. So
whatever it
it's
is.
alcoholic
Whatever,
to ease the pain.
Water, coffee, or a alcohol beverage?
How about this? Ruby red or watermelon?
Ruby red.
Nice.
Yeah.
Chase, ruby red or watermelon?
Ruby red.
Ryan, watermelon. Yeah, so we know you've been busy.
Yeah, it's been a busy. It's always busy, but it's been a busy couple years.
Yeah.
And this year a little bit more than usual, but it's good.
And for people that don't know, Lakepoint is your real estate company.
Lakepoint Real Estate. We're located in Belgrade Lakes, Maine. It's about a 20-minute drive from here.
Yeah.
But we do waterfront residential. We do a little bit of everything, mostly in this area, but the way things have been, a little more statewide than normal.
And one thing I've noticed is that, we've worked with a bunch of your realtors. They all have connections. If you guys can't do it, or if say you don't want to drive down east, somebody there.
Exactly. Yeah, we got brokers who just like to stay in the area and do their thing, and that's where they have the knowledge. But we have brokers who go to Damascata. We got a few that love to work the Sugarloaf area, southern Maine, whatever you're looking for.
Yeah, and Trish is kind of taking over the camp things. She's done a really good job of that.
Yeah. So Trish is, and she loves that kind of thing. So, a lot of our clients are coming here because they want a lake house. So the stuff that you guys do with cabins and cottages, and we don't really get a ton of that, or we didn't, but we're getting a lot more of it now. And, as I get out there and Trish gets out there, we start to see, it opens our eyes to everything that's out there, not just, houses on a lake that are ready to move into. We're seeing a lot of camps and
Fixer-uppers.
Fixer-uppers.
Do-it-yourselfers.
And every time I see him, I'm like, oh, dude, that would be perfect.
And I correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Trish started reaching out to me on the side before this happened. Like, somehow we got connected, and she's like, oh, what do you think of this one? What do you think of that one? And over time, we got to build a relationship with you. And I think with the way that pandemic and the housing stocks and camp stocks are going, it's starting to make more sense and like coming into more stuff that we're working with together.
Yeah, exactly. And, our buyer market's getting a little bigger. The real estate market's going up and up and up. And so prices are getting a little out of hand. So we're having more people looking at, hey, what can I buy cheaper? What can I fix up? What can I buy that's off the beaten path?
Now, are you finding that your inventory is getting harder to find, or are people also saying, hey, now would be the time to sell?
The earlier. So there's not much to sell. For the last 2 years, inventory is getting lower and lower. And, I was kind of looking at some numbers the other day, and I think they're like 75% lower than it was 2 years ago. So people really just aren't selling. I mean, there's more buyers out there. So when something hits the market, it's kind of a frenzy, but the inventory is low.
You're also going to be prepared. If you're selling and think you're going to upgrade, you need to have that upgrade.
Yeah, you got to plan ahead.
Ahead of
yeah,
time.
Absolutely.
I know a couple people have been upgraded without a paddle,
Yeah. Yeah.
People moving into campers for the winter.
Yeah. Would you have thought that pandemic would have done?
No.
Real estate's
No.
one of those crazy things that's really blown up the numbers. Like
It has, and when COVID hit March, a couple years ago, I kind of hunkered down. I thought, okay, this is going to be it. We're going to have a really bad summer. Nothing's going to happen. Everybody's inside. And that happened for 2 or 3 weeks, and then it just blew up. It really, and out-of-state people, sure, but there were Mainers. It was everybody was all of a sudden looking to buy a cottage, buy a cabin, get on the lakes, whatever it was. It just went crazy.
Yeah.
And inventory was already an issue then. So when, the buyers doubled and tripled, It was fun. It is fun, but we got to work a little harder now because somebody that comes to us that says, "I want a house on Cobbossee Lake." There's only 2 of them right now, so it's either attack what we got or let's wait.
And the higher end, buyers, they're more specific, and they're in a better position to wait like that.
Absolutely, yeah, and middle of the road buyers are now higher end buyers because the prices are going. Yeah. With a lack of inventory and a lot of buyers, the prices are inflating, but it doesn't mean you can't find what you want.
But the whole process has also changed. I mean, now it's like cash offers, no inspections, and it moves so quick. I mean, has that changed the whole process for you on the real estate side of things as well?
Absolutely. So that's really the story we tell buyers right now is you got to be prepared. You can't just call us up and say, "Hey, can we go look at a couple cottages?" You got to get pre-approved or have cash. You got to really have your boxes and know what you're looking for, and you're not going to get everything. These days, if you check 5 of your 10 boxes, that's probably good enough.
Wow.
And,
I never had a 500 batting average.
But it's the kind of thing, you can't tour around houses on a Saturday with a broker and go home and talk to the family to make a decision. A lot of it is you look at one house, and if it's right or maybe right, you make an offer. You jump.
But I mean, on the real estate, as the agent, you also have to be on your A game, ready to move and,
absolutely.
Because, if the offer's going in, you've got to be ready with the paperwork, moving right along just at the same breakneck pace as the people in order to secure the house for them.
Yeah, from the very beginning. So, the minute that hits the market, we get an alert, and we're sending that out to our network of buyers, and we'll get a couple that come back, and that's where that process starts. You get ready, you go in, you make an offer. You have, everything. We're prepared with everything before we're even going into a house. And a lot of brokers, including ourselves, in order to look at a house, you have to be pre-qualified. We're not really...
Which is smart.
Yeah.
In this day and age, not wait.
It's smart, and there's not a lot of tire kickers.
Your time's worth money.
If you're out looking for a house with a broker, you're prepared. Or we're going to get you prepared.
Nice.
Yeah, those days of kind of speculating and going back and forth are...
Yeah.
When stuff... I'm hearing stories of stuff going for 20, 30% over list.
Yeah.
Bidding wars.
And anything that's priced right or just under right, they're bidding wars. So a house that was worth $400 last year will hit the market at $600 and probably sell for $7+. Yeah. But on the other side of it, we've got a lot of people, a lot of sellers who say, "Hey, this is a great market. I got $1 million house." No, you don't.
Right.
Yeah, I do. And so they put it out there for $1 million, and it sits there.
And it sits.
Yeah.
My buddy's house he grew up with. We spoke about that on Cobbossee. He just sold in West Gardner, and it was like a ton of money, cash, and I guess out of state. I guess these people came in like in these black Suburbans. The inspection team. Did you hear about that?
No.
They're in hazmat suits, and like it was something out of a different world. But like that's how these big buyers out of state do it. Like they come in, they have their own teams, boom, 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 and like done deal.
And we're seeing our fair share of that. The out of state buyers, we have more than we ever have, but they're higher end buyers too. They're cash and they're higher end. So a lot of people think Mainers are getting priced out of this market. They're getting priced maybe off some lakes or some higher end stuff, but there's something for everybody. You just got to look a little harder.
Yeah.
And I think we all agree that there is, after this, and we're not going to go back to normal, I don't think, but in a couple of years, people can realize there's going to be a surge the other way.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't think
people have been here for 4 or 5 years, a couple winners, and are like,
I don't know. I mean,
maybe not.
It seems like it's the place to be.
Well, the demand is there, and the demand's not
right.
going away. And if there's inventory, great. I think prices are going to kind of come back down to earth a little bit.
And I mean, now with, the efficient, building these houses efficient, the heating systems, like a winter really isn't that.
Yeah, true.
It's not like those old draft, like the house you grew up in or
Right.
I grew up, where it's the old farmhouse where you're huddled over the one heater vent trying to stay warm. It's like
the windows are
Yeah,
rattling.
Yeah.
I got the guy that can fix that.
Yeah, right.
Now, do you as the stock of camps is getting depleted and people moving in, do you see the demographics of the state like going north, like people moving towards Dover, Foxcroft, and up further? I mean, Greenville's starting to get more and more, attractive and busy and more. The internet's better. What I'm trying to say, just more amenities and stuff. And like,
Sure.
that's just still gonna keep creeping.
I do, and a lot of it is because we don't have anything, in southern Maine or central Maine to sell, or not much. So a lot of people are Damascotta or up to Rangeley or looking for alternatives because there's nothing here. And early on in COVID, every buyer's first question is, do you have internet? Because they they knew they were coming here to live and have a home office. But now, people are slowly sneaking north.
So that infrastructure bill could probably have a big effect too. But Maine, I think, was pretty cutting edge for the most part. They've done a lot.
Yeah.
There's some pockets where it's either really, really good or really, really bad.
Yeah, there's some bad
ones.
ones still.
Yep.
Some right around here. Now, are you seeing a lot of younger families migrating back or from out of state moving in?
A lot of them, yeah. And again, because people can work at home, so parents aren't tied to an office as much anymore. So it's easier to just bring the whole family and move to Maine and live on a lake. And it's not necessarily just living on a lake. I mean, it's real estate in Maine, period.
Right.
We do a lot of the lake stuff, but it's Maine.
Yeah, I mean, there's Maine does have an aging population, and there's some beautiful, old farmhouses with some decent sized tracts of land that people can, young families can, pick up and make a fresh start. Which
yeah. I mean, looking at what we normally sell, we're typically 70 to 80% waterfront is what our company sells. And this year it's less than that. I honestly, going through this year, would have thought it was more, but we're selling a lot more of just residential homes. People just want to get here.
Nice. Now, you grew up in the area?
I grew up in Belgrade Lakes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Went to Maranacook.
Maranacook, Maggie.
Yeah.
Go Bears.
State champs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it women's soccer?
Yeah.
Go Ella.
Go Ella Delisle, yeah.
Yeah.
Football didn't do quite as well.
They get to the state championship, right?
Don't bring it up.
They made it to the state
They're
championships.
very angry.
Oh.
They got there.
Yeah, but they're not happy.
Well,
No.
tell those boys that I myself got to the state championship game and got my butt kicked, and look at me now, happy as
They
can
were-
be.
No,
You made it to a state championship
They were doing
game?
good,
Yeah,
and then
Bowdoin College. I didn't play, but I was with my team made it. Remember I got the leather jacket. Actually, you will see the leather jacket in an episode this year.
I think
Still
they-
fit?
Yep, it did. It's pretty funny. We had a Coney Gardner camp, so
Yeah.
No, they lost right at the end.
oh, we got our asses kicked. So
I never made it to a state championship game, so they should be proud.
Yeah.
A couple months from now,
That's right.
or years from now, when they look back.
I'm thinking the ski team's gonna go somewhere this year.
That was my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my thing too.
Is it? Nice. Where do you guys practice?
Kent's Hill this year.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, last year it was Titcomb, but this year, back on Kent's Hill.
Home turf.
Yay.
Now, have you always been in real estate? Like, how'd you get past?
No. This was a career change for me about 10 years ago. So I used to sell consumer electronics and video games. Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I know. I worked for Ubisoft.
Yeah. Oh,
If
cool.
you're a gamer,
Yeah,
you know who they are. My kids are 15 and 12, and I traveled a ton. I was in LA, Dallas, wherever, a couple weeks a month, and it just got kind of old. I'd come home from a trip, and it seemed like my kids had changed.
Yeah.
So I just went to a buddy. I said, "Hey, I got to find a job local." So I got into lending for a while and real estate lending, and that quickly led into real estate. So I've been doing this for a little over 10 years. Yeah.
Everyone's got such an interesting story. You just got the time to talk to them about it.
Absolutely.
I mean, selling video games it's still a job, but yeah, it is. There's some glamour to it.
What was your favorite video game? Did you play?
I did. Yeah. So
Do you still play?
No. We got a couple Xboxes around the house, but my son, I can't. Actually, I get car sick when I play him now. So.
My nephews, I'm used to like a couple buttons.
Yeah.
And my nephews have me come over and play with all these, like, oh my God, they beat up on me and I get so mad and like, they just harass me. It's like, I don't even play it now.
Yeah, we did the Tom Clancy games with the shooters,
Yeah.
and I loved those. Yeah, I had product testing, so I had to do that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Let's get like Pong.
Yeah, we just busted out the Wii the other night. Fletcher and I playing a little baseball on the way.
Yep,
The
it's still
Wii,
good, right?
That's 800 years old.
It's
Oh.
as
No,
old.
that's
Come on.
that's not
I
that.
got one
old.
of those too.
Yeah.
I was actually watching a Netflix series called 7 Days Out, which is pretty cool, and it's the week before major events. And one of them, the Kentucky Derby was one, the Westminster Dog Show, but one of them is this big electronic sports thing.
I used to go to that every
It was
year.
unbelievable. Just a whole different world that I never knew existed. It was unbelievable.
It's mind-blowing. It was in the Staples Center, and you would just walk in, and it's just electronics and mayhem.
These kids are
Crazy.
signing contracts like sports athletes.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. It's a competitive sport. Some schools actually have it as a sport now.
Really?
Miranda Cook have that yet?
No.
They must have a club, a gaming club.
I don't even think. No.
I bet they do.
I've never heard of it.
That's wild.
The math team. Pretty much the only.
Well, good start. Yeah. So you've been there 10 years and you love it.
Yeah, I do. It's it's all about people.
Yeah.
It's for me. Well, I think for all of us, we're not really selling houses. We're selling kind of lifestyles. We're selling places. I grew up in Belgrade Lakes, and I absolutely love it. And I moved away for many years, and I have a camp there now, and it's like home, And for me, that's what I'm selling. I'm selling that town, that lifestyle, that village, and it's cool. It's fun.
Nice.
Because for the most part, people are good.
Yeah.
Transactions are good. But so
And how many people work at Lakepoint?
we've got 13 brokers. Yeah.
And there's a history of community involvement, reaching out.
Yeah, we do a lot. So all of our brokers are active in the lake associations, or we have one that's on the Alphond Youth Center board. We try and be involved in the community, and to me, it's just, our jobs are there because of that community. So it's giving back, and with lake associations, that stuff's vital to what we do, and it's vital to these towns and these villages and the lakes. So we support a lot of stuff, too much actually, but it's hard to say no, because everybody that's in town and keeps that town moving. So we all do a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Like the short time you've grown. We've seen you grow too. Because you're right there. You're visible in town, and
Yeah. We got a good location right across the bridge.
Has that office always been there?
No. So the building's always been there.
It has always been
So I
there.
grew up in the house that's right on the hill behind that.
Oh.
And when I lived there, it was an auto body shop.
Yep.
It was a boat shop before that.
That's right.
Turned into some retail stores, then a pizza place, and it's been Lakepoint since '06.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gone through some transformation.
The whole village has gone through some.
The village has, yeah, but it's still kept its charm.
Yeah.
It's it's our little secret that we just told everybody. So.
Doug the plumber and I were driving through yesterday, and I said, it finally looks good, because when they cut down trees, it takes me a while to forget that, but now it's kind of like, it's beautiful now, but they lost some good trees, and with the microburst, it changed, but now it has that nice feel with the sidewalks are nice, the lights are beautiful, and
Well, when they started cutting down those trees, everybody was like, this place will never be the same. And, here it is 2 years later, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
They did a whole streetscape and brick sidewalks, and they put some money and effort into it.
I still remember the tree out in front of the old Mulligans. You remember that? It was huge. It came over the whole intersection. Remember that?
Yes.
And so we're in Belgrade a lot this year. Right now we're doing a camp, and you guys had quite a severe weather event this summer.
We did. Yeah, we had a
Yeah.
microburst. Actually put a tree through the roof of my building.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, millions of dollars in damage. Roofs got ripped off.
Yeah.
So, it was crazy to see, but the town's coming back slowly.
It is, and the day after that, it was a heartwarming sight, because there were literally hundreds of people with chainsaws and trucks and just cleaning up the streets, because you couldn't pass through. There were trees everywhere. And everybody just kind of pitched in and got the town open within a day. It was great. It was nice to see.
Very nice.
Except for my building, the tree sat there for a few
Sat
weeks.
there for a
but
while.
Yeah. It's tough to find a
And
good builder these days.
I don't know if I could work there with all that fudge across the street. I was doing so good on my Noom, and then last week I went there and they were closing down, and fudge was all on sale. I'm like, oh god.
For me, it's a donuts at Dave's store. That's
yeah.
just the best way to start my day. Take the boat over there, grab a coffee and a Carabas of coffee and a donut, and I can't ask for a better start to the day.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty darn good.
Yeah.
It is a great way to start a day.
So I think your information's on our website, correct? And
It is,
If,
yep,
and if people, any advice to people that are thinking out there, like any end of the spectrum?
Plan ahead.
Yep.
Like I said, just be prepared. It's a crazy market, so really, I'm a broker, so I say don't go into it without a broker. But we got some tricks. We got some tricks of the trade. We got things that'll help you be prepared. But just have a good idea of what you're looking for and do your homework.
Yeah.
And we can do that homework with you.
And you have a network. Networking is big.
That's
huge.
absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
great. I think Maggie has a few questions for you.
I do.
Uh-oh, these are tough ones.
I know.
We warm you up.
These are pulled from our website.
Let me get ready.
Other social media avenues, correct? And
Correct.
yeah, they're usually pretty good. I'm always amazed by one or two. I'm like, that's a great question. Why didn't I think of that?
All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready. Is it easier to purchase land and build over buying an existing home?
No.
Great answer.
All right, next question.
Wow, she is not. She like that. Go on, guys.
It can be, but as these guys can attest to, the cost of building a house has changed dramatically over the last 2 years, and finding a good builder, finding a good
Yeah, that's
contractor.
true.
I mean, if you can buy a piece of land and you have a contractor today, you probably don't want him.
Right.
If you're not booked out for a couple of years. So yeah, in the long run you get what you want, but short term buying land, you're probably gonna have to be 2 or 3 years before you actually have a house.
And then on the water frontage is all the shoreline stuff you deal with. So
Got shoreline zoning.
Your hands
and,
are tied.
Yeah,
So.
hands are tied. So every town, every lake has different zoning laws, and you got to learn that. And again, that's part of what we do, is we know the lakes and we learn it and we.
Yeah, I mean,
Get that
the
information.
rules are there to help protect the
Right.
water, but there definitely are a lot of regulations and rules. Even putting in driveways, you've got to make
Yep.
sure they meet requirements.
None of this stuff they teach you either. You learn the hard way. Where's your driveway permit from DOT? Where's this? Where's that?
It's true.
Yep.
Right now we're in a stretch of a lot of new construction, so everyone's like, "Oh, new construction is great," and it is, but we know we have to have the setbacks, and we're saving a lot of these camps to be close to the water and saving the memories, So, and other people obviously don't always realize that, So it's not as easy just coming and throwing something right there.
Right.
Well, and that's the thing that you guys know. Even if you can't buy what you want, you got to make sure you can turn it into what you want. Because if
Yes.
it's on the water, it's pretty restrictive as to what you can do and how you can change it, and
Yep.
so
Whether or not the 30% expansion has already been used,
Yeah.
Right,
or
yep.
stuff like that.
how
It's-
far away from the water it is.
Yep.
There's a lot of rules.
Yep.
But don't be discouraged, because I've seen some nice builds that have passed those new builds,
Oh,
past
yeah.
those setbacks.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
But one thing, like the lot, like you can't be 100 feet up. You got to be 100 feet that way. So it's all, the lot tells a lot in the land. So
And you
it's
want
a
to view.
lot more
You're
work.
living on the water,
Yeah.
so you want to be able to see it.
True.
Yeah, building on the water is a lot more work.
Okay. All right. Next question. Does Maine offer energy saving rebates?
They do. I don't know to what effect, what length, but there's a lot of programs in the state for greenhousing and energy efficiency, and I honestly Google it.
Yeah, I know. Right now,
Yeah.
there's a new grant came out, and it's for propane boilers, I think, and heat pumps. So there's
Yep.
some more. The heat pump money is back, and
Heat pump water heaters.
yeah, you got to tie that in with like a lot of energy efficiency in basement, crawl spaces. I know there's money for that, spray foam, but
Efficiency Maine is a great
yeah.
That's it. Yep.
resource for that.
Yep.
And it seems like every couple of years they put a bunch of grant money out, and then it gets used, and it comes back. So, but it's a pretty easy process if you do your homework and find out where to get it.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Next question is from Marina Kelly. Are the areas between Gardner and Augusta experiencing a bit of a renaissance?
Wow. Well, this
I love
is your home turf.
Renaissance.
So
Oh yes. I've been thinking a lot lately. I'm how proud of Augusta I am. I never thought I'd say that. But,
Ah, you heard it here first,
yeah,
folks.
I went to a great dinner last week at state lunch, and just being down there and seeing it's good food. It's like stuff you see in the big cities, and seeing the young people out here and all around this area, it really is going through a renaissance. People, when we graduated high school, I mean, there was a wharf, and now the wharf's going, and there was nothing else here. And, then the Liberal Cup came, and then, but everyone still moved away, and like, I'm never coming home. And then, so many people I know moved out west and came back, boomerangs. But I think people now are like staying here. Like, there's a lot of people around. I think it's neat to see. People are putting money in here, like what Tobias did up at Parkhurst and Augusta.
Yep.
Like, I mean, he started revitalizing down there, you know, and now the theater's coming around. Like,
Yeah, everything down on Water Street has been kind of redone, and brew pubs. And
yeah, I'm very impressed about what the things that happen
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Go Augusta.
It's a renaissance.
There we go. It's a renaissance.
Okay, I have one more question.
Okay.
JMoto626 asks, can you speak to how realtors from your office stay informed about shoreline zoning ordinances, and do they stress the best management practices of LakeSmart for properties you sell?
Wow, that was a well thought out question. Yes, we do. So we do trainings every year on our own, and we bring in, Seven Lakes Alliance, and we bring in local associations, because every lake and every town is different. The state of Maine has waterfront zoning laws that we have to follow, but every town can make changes to those, so we have to know it. And it's when a change happens in a town, we learn about it, but yeah, we're constantly reading and training and learning. Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't want to go through all this work and then realize there's one little hiccup that wiped out weeks of work or months of work.
And for us, that's all the groundwork that, we're if somebody's looking at a house in Cobbessy, we're going to know the waterfront zoning before we're even making an offer, before we're doing anything, because that changes their entire outlook on what they might want to do. So,
I mean, that there is the best reason to have a realtor.
Yeah.
You
yeah. Oh,
guys come
absolutely.
prepared.
Yep.
Well, that was fun. Good questions. And
Yeah, absolutely.
we've been
Very
working
good.
with
Thank
you a
you,
lot
guys.
this year, and I can say this. Very impressed with what you guys have done, and like you guys have a great network, and you're very informed. And again, for shorelands and camps and the things we're into, like you guys are just a perfect fit for us. So we
Well,
really
thank you.
appreciate all your time.
We're very happy to be part of the team, and we appreciate what you do
it's
for
a great
us.
partnership, and we'll keep it going.
Keep
So
it going.
Yeah.
Check out our website for any more information, or Lakepoint. What's your
BelgradeLakepoint.com.
BelgradeLakepoint.com.
Well, excellent. Yeah. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Chase. Thank you, Ryan.
Back to work, Dan.
Now I'm going home.
Perfect. Thanks, bud.
I've been drinking my canteen Ruby Red.
Get the free Woodshed glass to go with you too.
Oh, awesome.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, guys.
Well, thank Dan. That was great. Always.
Video games. Who would have thought that?
Yeah.
I love everyone's story. I am not going to go down play some video games with him.
Yeah, that's what Fletcher wants, an Xbox or something for Christmas.
Really?
And I was like, I don't know. What's wrong with the Wii?
You can't do anything on a Wii.
But
It's hard to play with your Wii.
I'm quitting.
You can say yourself
All right,
up.
we are on to project pointers. If you have a question for us, submit a short video and your question to podcast@mainecabinmasters.com. As much detail, and we will hopefully select your question and try and answer it as best we can.
I don't think we did a good job last time with the videos because there's no computer here, so we always didn't get a video again. Well, that's okay. We're visual artists, right?
Yeah.
What do you got
Detail.
for us today?
You ready?
Yes.
Okay, this one is from Thomas Wozencraft.
I was going to say Thomas Mosier. I'm like, oh, God.
We'll be building a timber frame / post and beam cabin next spring in Montana. The main timbers are hemlock and will remain indoors, much like the framing of Ryan's house. How do I treat the frame members? I've been told boiled linseed oil is the way to go, not wanting that gray, weathered look if I can avoid it.
All right.
I've got, from our cousin Matt Morrill, I got some just timber oil. There's a bunch of companies that make some nice stuff. But I think it's wax and linseed oil and
Citrus oil.
citrus
It
oil.
definitely has an orange smell to it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of products out there available. Interesting fact I learned that boiled linseed oil has heavy metals added to it.
Yeah.
So that it helps it dry, helps it penetrate, helps it dry faster.
You bang your head a lot when you put it on.
But if you want like regular linseed oil, get raw linseed oil. If you want to use it for cooking, butcher block, stuff like that, don't use boiled because it's got heavy metals. But linseed oil, the mice love.
They love it.
I had a cup of it at my house, and I was putting on something, and I left it there with a paintbrush. In my workshop, mice had come in and chewed my entire paintbrush up. and just to eat that stuff. So yeah, if you be careful what you choose as far as linseed oil. Boiled definitely has heavy metals. You don't want to use that for any type of cooking stuff.
And you can make your own, or you can buy some really expensive.
Yeah.
It runs a gamut.
But yes, you can get. There's a lot of products out there. I know Vermont.
We got a 5-gallon bucket of it downstairs.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of it, but there's a lot
Vermont
of
timber frame.
Yeah, and a lot of them are citrus based, beeswax, that type of stuff. Linseed oil, and they keep the.
So my quick story, my frame. I remember it now. Like had Bill and his buddy Dave. They put it on, right? And then I'd put on sawhorses, and it was so big, I'd have to move with the tractor. I definitely can see like couple spots where they missed a spot here and there. And one of them's like 30 feet up in the cupola. And every time I was like, I'm not going up there. There's no way in hell. But I can definitely see it. So make sure you get another eye on it before you put them up.
Yep.
But it's bulletproof because my frame went up in September and it sat outside.
Exactly.
For what, 3 or 4 months. And we chipped the ice off it and did it.
Yep. And you also want to get an end sealer too, because
that's very important.
That helps keep it from warping and checking, cracking before it's all locked together. Because, like you said,
slop that stuff on once every couple weeks.
If it's going to sit there for a while, it helps preserve the frame, and try and get them cut while they're still green.
Yeah. That's why we love hemlock.
Yeah.
I tell the guys, the wetter it is, the straighter it is.
It's true.
Okay. This one is from Andrea Steckstor. I had a question in regards to the paint that is used to paint the floors. What type of paint is used, and do you need to put a few coats of poly on top?
This is a Chase question. He's a paint expert.
So we used polyurethane alkylate enamel. We found that was a bulletproof coating. The problem with that is it's oil-based, so it takes a long time to dry. And typically we don't get to paint the floors till right at the end.
Day before we give it back.
I don't know how many times we've painted the floors and, weather turns, the floors are tacky. But Benjamin Moore has this great new product. It's a water-based alkylate enamel. I can't think of it. But we've tried it on a couple camps this season, and it holds up.
They love it. Guys are loving the stuff.
It holds up almost as well as the oil-based stuff. It dries so much quicker. It seems like one coat, you put it on thick, and it just covers those floors. Unfinished pine, covers it nicely.
Because a lot of that old paint, because you all remember going into old camps or old houses, it's just thick and layered. But that wasn't necessarily the safest stuff.
Right.
Now, and people also forget, if you keep layers of poly, it's only as strong as the wood itself.
Yeah.
It's going to protect it, but it's not going to keep it from denting and stuff.
Right.
But yeah, this year, the Benjamin Moore products, people have been loving it. And then even BT, people that don't even use painting a lot are talking it up. Like the whitewash stuff we're using now,
yeah, we're trying to switch as much to water-based polyurethanes. Again, it's just for us, it speeds up the time. We don't have to wait for the oil to dry. You don't have to have the paint thinner. Mm-hmm. It's just all water cleanup. It dries. You can get 2 to 3 coats on much quicker. And Benjamin Moore also makes that command paint. That stuff seems to be great.
That's tank proof.
Yeah, that's for going over those picnic tables, it just seals everything up nicely.
That's the big thing, because I always get frustrated. I see old paintbrush, but now I'm we're buying them at the dollar store because we're in the middle of nowhere. You can't dip your paintbrush in the lake.
Right.
So it's kind of like one of those costs we kind of affect, but with these other new water-based stuff, we might get a couple more uses out of them.
Yeah, it's exactly. But yeah, Benjamin Moore makes a couple great floor coverings.
Yeah, nice stuff.
Okay, that's all I have for you today.
All right. Well, thank you for those questions. Keep them coming, and podcast at Maine Cabin Masters to submit your question.
And they just set us up with a plug for our new favorite paint company. That's awesome. Benjamin.
Yeah, it's like it was planned.
Yeah, way to go.
All right. Do we have any other questions available?
Yes.
Okay.
This one is from Dave Lisk.
Hi, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Dave, you missed us already? So if you guys don't know, Dave is a regular, and his wife, the Woodshed. She's a traveling nurse, so they're in Maine as much as they can be, but right now I think they're in Minnesota or Michigan. They're in the Midwest, and Dave helps out with the Cabin Masters page.
Yes.
Dave, and Susan help old Mikey out. Takes a village on that thing. It's getting bigger and bigger. Well, anyways, hi, Dave.
Okay. You talked about how you don't like the Maine Cabin Masters tips ads that run on DIY. Those being the Star Stringers, the Cedar Shakes with Dixie, and the High School Physics. If you could create 3 tips ads to replace those, what would those tips be?
Don't let Monday ruin your Sunday. Nothing new after 2. What's the last
Not
one?
Ryanisms. So to be clear, it was just that one stair stringer one we didn't like because they made it sound like we were using 2x6s, and it
wasn't correct at all.
It wasn't correct at all, and we realized that, but that was something that the network put together.
I don't like any of them from any TV show.
What would you do for pointers?
Yeah.
Oh, for any TV show.
Any of the ones on the DIY, I don't like.
Come on, you could do the Mark Bow serving tray. That's for.
I saw one. The best one I saw was this table that it spun around and it had like a dog bed in it. That one was really funny.
Yeah, I would love that for Christmas.
If I had to make a promo video,
I'm thinking about how much I love the triangle. I get so many people comment on that when doing floors. The wedges.
the wedges.
I mean, that's a great idea.
Yep.
All right, what's mine gonna be? Let me think.
Same thing with the handy jigs for putting up cedar shakes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think that's what Dixie was doing. That that one's reasonable.
Or, yeah, let me think.
I feel like you guys should do one on the cement posts. We get a lot of questions.
There's already
on
one that's
On the cement post?
the
Whether it's on
discs.
pucks. Yeah.
The pucks?
I do one about how you gotta make grooves in your cement so that it doesn't crack. Just kidding. That's already one that exists.
Not for us.
I don't know who would. I've seen probably all of them from last.
I was just
year.
thinking about some good ones. Now I can't think of a darn thing when I'm on the spot. Oh, you know what? A couple good things. When you're laying out your stairs, you always want to leave it out. So you can slide your boards by, making all the cuts.
Yep.
When you get your stair stringers together, it's nice to cut out that 1.5 inches by 4.5 or 3.5 or 2x4.
Yeah.
What else?
Oh, there's so many tricks out there. Jeez. Give us
some homework.
Yeah. Next week we'll have some for you.
Davey stumped us, but we can. That'd be fun. We've been talking about doing some stuff for our YouTube channel this winter. Maybe we should have that be a project.
Yes.
Tips with Chase. Well, Ryan, somewhere warm.
All right. Sorry, Dave. Not a great answer, but next question.
Okay. This one is from Ian Catherwood. Is there any old terms from your grandpappy or crazy uncle used back in the day? Like, for an example, deaf as a haddock or, oh, horse feathers.
There's one from my grandmother that always stuck with us.
What was that?
Tickle your ass with a feather? And somebody says, what? Particularly nice weather. My grandmother always used to say that.
My grandfather had on his door, it said, I'd rather soar with the eagles at dawn than hoot with the owls at night. I didn't always agree with you. I'd go both ways on that one.
Yeah, you should probably put that on your door.
Well, Ashley.
Yeah. And then the opposite on Ashley's door.
Give my little owl a high five when I go by.
Yeah, my uncle, Bruce, always said, drink a fifth on the fourth, come forth on the fifth. I'm trying to think that, it's so hard to think of them on the spot.
I know, but then when you're driving home, you think about a million.
Yeah,
of them.
exactly.
Dixie's.
Yeah, that's a...
a good Dixie one is, oh yeah, she's that ugly. She could back a bear off a gut pile. Dixie's got some good ones.
Dixie's got them. Bill's got them.
Yeah.
Jedi's got them.
Most of them aren't appropriate for right now, maybe. Maybe someday we'll write a book.
Someday.
Yeah. What's your crazy uncle say?
I don't know. I don't listen.
I know that. She's not lying. I'm gonna try to write some. I'm gonna have a good notebook with me next week and try to remember some of this stuff so you can write it down. We'll get back to these last 2 questions, maybe.
We'll follow
What's
up.
happening?
We'll follow up.
Those are like
Why?
those like on the spot. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be prepared.
no, but that's not like facts and figures. That's more just like hearsay. Like,
But yes, there's plenty of Mainerisms out there. And I'm sure we hear them daily. I'm sure we heard probably 20 of them on the job
Right,
site
today.
today.
if you can't something in Brewer, take over to nothing.
No,
Just
no. We're not going to say that one.
All right, next question. I knew that would move it on.
One last question from Dan Day. We live in Alberta, Canada. I saw you put tongue and groove Naughty Pine on bathroom walls. Should I verifane it before putting on bathroom walls at cottage?
All right, this is something we can roll with right here.
Yeah.
So he's worried about the moisture issues.
You can pre-polyurethane them or after they're up. I think we find in general it's probably easier to polyurethane boards before they're up.
Mm-hmm. And if you're really nervous about it, you do them before, and then you did one coat after, and it seals everything right in.
Right. Yeah, and we've been using a lot of, water-based Benjamin Moore with water-based polyurethane with some pigment added to it, which is another great way to lighten boards up.
And help seal and protect it.
Yeah.
But now, code, I think, is you have to have a fan. But like some of our camps don't have to be code because they're seasonal. But about 9 times out of 10, if it's a place where it's going to be an issue, we'll have a fan in it or whatnot.
Yep.
And it seems just like the windows are better. Everything's. I don't see the same issues you see back in the day. And I think that's because insulation materials are better, insulation's better.
Yeah.
Things just built better too. Do you think?
Give us 10, 20 years. We'll see the same.
Maybe.
Yeah, there'll be a reunion show.
What are they fixing now?
Right.
But no, I think it's always like the more you do now, you're going to save yourself
Yeah.
in the future, and you can sleep better.
And a lot of times in camps, we don't have the biggest budgets. A lot of times we'll get the pine up on the walls, and if we have time, we'll pre-stain them or prep them and put them up. If everything's getting painted, we can spray it out. But a lot of times we'll just leave them natural, and then people can decide after the fact. Because you don't have to treat them.
No.
That's the beauty of pine.
Some people love it. I was just talking to someone the other day. They love how.
Yeah.
And I hate it. I want it nice and bright and pop.
Yeah.
But
it's going to darken up naturally.
6 to 1, half dozen another. There's one.
Wow.
Half again as much.
All right, back to
See?
get back
Yeah,
on topic.
They're coming back.
Half again as much.
Yeah.
Get back on topic. Are you done with your question?
Yes.
Yes.
I wish I had one more.
I know. I'm getting a lot.
But yes.
That Harry Styles Island looks great.
Look at these lovely hats we have right here.
Look at that segue into the next.
Yes.
She's not going to need us someday. Are these trucker hats? Oh, we got new hats.
Yeah, we've got
Oh my god.
woodshed hats.
Oh, nice. Have you seen me with a hat on ever?
Probably. Have you ever
Oh.
seen me with a hat on ever?
Oh, that is flat brim right there.
I didn't realize flat brim hats are a style. Like
Yeah,
they're made.
unfortunately.
They're made to stay flat.
That's pretty cool. I like camo, man. Wow.
Yeah.
That's going to sell in Wisconsin, I'll tell you that.
And we also have
How do you look in
Kennebec
that?
Cabin Company hats.
I don't want
How
that
could
on.
you look in that?
I'm not wearing that.
I would almost wear that if it were hats.
And then we also have the woodshed with the leather patch.
Your dad had a flat brim on the other day and wrecked it.
No, Fletcher wrecked it.
All Fletcher wanted you to do was wear the same hat as you. It was so cute, and you wrecked it. What a-
He wears that on behalf
He loves it.
all the time. All the time.
It fits wicked good. I wore mine with him one night, but
Yeah.
it's a nice hat.
That's one of the things, yeah, for Christmas. It's on his Christmas list is a fitted baseball, Red Sox
Oh,
hat.
that's already got bought.
Yes, we know.
I hope he doesn't watch this. Shh.
He doesn't watch the bot.
He better.
He already even knows, I bet.
He's pretty. But besides those hats, there's all kinds of cool stuff in the shop, and Christmas is coming up. So
Yes, we have Maine Cabin Master hats still. We have Kennebec Cabin Company hats, woodshed hats, winter hats, beanies, toques. We got it all.
What's a toque?
It's a Canadian hat.
I thought that's what you did behind the woodshed. And I'm sure we're gonna have some like Black Friday and
Yes.
Cyber Monday and
Yeah. Check out our
Harry
website.
Styles Thursday.
We are, except this is going to air after Thanksgiving.
Okay, well, hopefully you got the sale. But anyways,
Yeah. But yeah, check out shop.kennebeccabincompany.com.
the place to get your last minute deals. We will be here till the end, filling orders. I like that.
Yes.
That's good.
All right. Last week's trivia question.
Give me a second.
So on the trivia winners, we've been slacking a bit, but I have all of their names and they will be getting stuff, but
We're busy.
we're busy.
Yeah, it's okay. We won't forget about you.
Yeah. We've got the list.
We'll check it twice.
We'll make
God. Anyways, last week's question. By what other name is the wild carrot
yeah.
known?
Parsnip.
No. Jen, do you know this one?
Mm-hmm.
You did you know without looking?
Yarrow.
No.
It's close. Queen Anne's lace.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's stupid. Queen.
Wild carrot?
But there's also the poisonous one that looks just like Queen Anne's lace, so be careful.
Yeah.
It gives you like
Do you have
crazy
any
rashes.
I'm gonna
wild
wait.
carrots.
It burns your skin.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, can you eat the root of the Queen Anne's lace?
I think so. Don't quote me on that. Might want to Google it.
Eat
or
that
something.
wild cucumber instead.
Yeah. King Paul's socks. Get it, Queen Anne's lace.
I do get it, and I did not think that was funny.
All right. This week's trivia question is
What sort of rugs originated in Maine?
I think I know that.
I think I know that.
Great.
Okay. I wonder if they did.
I
All right, if
I
you-
couldn't tell you.
If you know the answer, first person, how do you do it?
First person to send the correct answer to podcast@mainecabinmasters.com will win. Sometime we will get around to announcing your name and getting you a gift. And if we don't, you have our email address so you can harass the hell out of us.
And please include their name and address.
Yeah, we
with
need your
their
name
answer.
and address.
Yeah.
And if you're driving by, just stop by and remind us for the sale. I'm just kidding.
Just stop by. Stop by anyways.
Yeah. We love seeing you guys.
Yeah. And we want to thank Dan McCarron for joining us today. Thank you for tuning in and submitting your questions. Keep them coming. And thank you to our sponsors, Nelma, Hero Media Network, Hammond Lumber Company, Kennebec Savings Bank. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you,
Thank
Jen.
you.
And from the Woodshed, we'll be talking to you.
From the Woodshed has been brought to you by Nelma. See the stamp, trust the quality. Hammond Lumber, your building project partner. Kennebec Savings Bank, helping our local community save, thrive, and grow for over 150 years. And Hero Media Network, connecting small business with new customers. From the Woodshed is a production of Kennebec Cabin Company. See you next time.